Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something incredibly powerful, something that resides within all of us, yet we sometimes forget to use it: curiosity. Specifically, we're going to explore how simply asking questions isn't just for kids, but a massive driver of innovation, shaping our world in ways you might not even realize. Think about it. Every single breakthrough, every amazing invention, every problem solved started with a question. Someone looked at something and thought, why is it this way? Or what if we tried? That's curiosity in action, sparking the flame of discovery. Let's rewind a bit. Remember being a kid? Everything was new. Every leaf, every bug, every shadow was an invitation to ask why. Or how does that work? That innate drive to understand is what made us learn and grow. But somewhere along the line, as we get older, sometimes we let that natural curiosity fade. We get comfortable with the status quo. We stop questioning. And that's where we miss out on incredible opportunities for ourselves and for the world. Innovation isn't just about inventing the next big gadget. It's about finding better ways to do things, improving existing systems, and even rethinking fundamental concepts. And at its core, this process is fueled by relentless inquiry. Imagine the early pioneers of electricity. They didn't just accept darkness after sunset. They asked, can we capture this spark? Can we illuminate our homes? And the world changed forever. Consider the tech world today. Why are smartphones so ubiquitous? Because someone asked, what if we combined a phone, a camera, a computer, and a music player into one device? This wasn't an obvious leap. It took profound curiosity and a willingness to challenge established norms. The result? A device that has reshaped communication, commerce, and culture. But it's not just about grand, world-altering inventions. Curiosity fuels innovation in our daily lives too. Maybe you're at work, facing a recurring problem. Instead of just accepting it, you might ask, is there a more efficient way to do this task? Or what if we approached this challenge from a completely different angle? That simple question could lead to a process improvement that saves your team hours, or even revolutionizes your department. So, how do we reignite or nurture this powerful trait? It starts with intentionality. Make a conscious effort to ask questions. Don't be afraid to voice what might seem like a silly question. Often, the simplest questions lead to the most profound insights. First, practice active observation. Look at the world around you with fresh eyes. Don't just see a coffee cup. Think about its design. Why is the handle shaped that way? What material is it made of? How could it be improved? This kind of detailed observation naturally leads to questions. Second, challenge assumptions. We all have ingrained beliefs and ways of doing things. Try to identify these assumptions and then ask, is this truly the only way? Or what if the opposite were true? This can unlock completely new perspectives. For example, for centuries, people assumed that the Earth was the center of the universe. It took brave individuals asking, what if it's not, to eventually usher in a scientific revolution. Third, embrace, I don't know. It's okay not to have all the answers. In fact, admitting I don't know is the first step towards learning and discovering. When you encounter something you don't understand, don't just gloss over it. Stop. Ask yourself, why don't I know this? How can I find out? This humility is a cornerstone of a curious mind. Fourth, connect seemingly unrelated ideas. Innovation often happens at the intersection of different fields. Ask, what lessons can I learn from biology that apply to engineering? Or how can principles from art inform business strategy? Steve Jobs famously talked about connecting the dots, and curiosity is the glue that helps you see those connections. Fifth, don't fear failure. Innovation inherently involves experimentation, and experimentation often involves things not working out as planned. If you're afraid to ask what if, because it might lead to a dead end, you'll never uncover the truly revolutionary paths. Every failed experiment is a data point, a question answered, leading you closer to a breakthrough. Let's look at some incredible real-world examples. Did you know that Velcro was invented because an engineer named George de Mestral went for a walk in the woods and asked, how do these burrs stick to my dog's fur so effectively? His curiosity led him to examine them under a microscope, revealing tiny hooks that inspired one of the most common fasteners in the world. Or consider the invention of sticky notes. A scientist at 3 meters, Spencer Silver, developed a low-tack adhesive that wasn't sticky enough for its intended purpose. Most people would have dismissed it as a failure. But another scientist, Art Fry, asked, "What if we used this adhesive to temporarily bookmark pages in my hymn book without damaging them?" That curious question transformed a failure into a global success story. These stories aren't just about genius. They're about persistent curiosity. They show us that innovation isn't reserved for a select few. It's accessible to anyone willing to ask questions, challenge norms, and look for new possibilities. So, as you go about your day, I challenge you to consciously tap into your inner child. Look at things with a beginner's mind. Ask why. Ask how. Ask what if. The answers you uncover might just surprise you, solve a problem, or even lead to your own small, or not so small, innovation. Your questions have power. They unlock potential, drive understanding, and pave the way for progress. Let's make curiosity our superpower and use it to build a more innovative and exciting future, one question at a time. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs a dose of curiosity, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on unlocking your full potential. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What questions are you asking today? See you in the next video.